What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Cup of Conversation,
where we have conversations worth having.
I am your host, T.
And I'm your host, Coco.
And today we have a special guest in the building today. I usually don't do the accolades and reading out, but I have to give y'all some of the background because we stepping up our cookies on our guests a little bit. So today we have National iHeart Radio Music Director of Hip Hop and R&B, syndicated host of 93.7 The Beat. Give it up for Miss Ashlee on air, y'all.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. We good. We good. How are you doing today? How you feeling? What are your spirits like? No problem.
I just did all my shows. I talked to myself for a couple hours. I'm here talking to y'all.
Yeah,
Okay. So you ready to be done talking?
You know, I say that, but like, it's cool. Like having a conversation, but talking to yourself all day is different. So I'm excited for this.
Okay.
I love that. So we're gonna start off. We like to start off with a couple of conversation starters. Okay, so we have a few little that I done folded up for you. I usually put them in a cup, but I didn't bring an extra cup today. Y'all gonna have to forgive me. I'm breaking these glasses. I need to find another route or something. I broke one. Yeah, I got a little thing. I thought that was gonna be doable, but yeah.
So I can pick one?
Yeah, just pick one and random topic it up.
This one.
So see what we starting with.
Oh, this one. Ooh, what is something non-sexual that turns you on?
Oh, golly, T, you starting out the gate.
I mean, I didn't know she was going to pick that one. That wasn't the only thing I had in there, though.
Dang. I gotta think about that. Some non-sexual turns you on? Well, this is my husband's off camera, but when he cleans the house without me asking him,
type thing. Yeah. That's the type of things I was going for.
I can say the same for that one. Yeah.
I said that earlier when I got home. He was all ready for the show and stuff. He had the camera charged and stuff. I said, You know what I mean? You ready today? I didn't have to tell you nothing. You just got right to it. So
I like that kind of stuff too.
Yeah, me too.
House smelling good when you walk in, because you already be thinking about like what you got to do when you get home. On the way home, you're like, oh Lord, I got to go in here and do this.
Stuff going on.
To see it done already, you like, what you want?
Because you can get anything by right now.
Right. Exactly.
Whatever you ask. But we're going to start our first topic off just talking about your career. First, tell the people a little bit about what you do. I know I gave them a little one, too, but get a little more in depth about what you do.
Of course. So right now, since we're in Houston, I am on 93.7 The Beat. We just switched shifts, so I'm on nights from 7 p.m. to midnight. I'm on air there. I'm syndicated on a whole bunch of iHeart stations around the country, so like 50 altogether. So we in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and Chicago and Milwaukee and Memphis, stuff like that. And then I'm also the national music director for iHeart Hip Hop and R&B. So when we go to add a song, I'm part of the team that decides which song to multiple stations. So I do programming behind this mic, and then I'm on air, like we were talking about, on the camera too, and all that. But this will be my 10th year in radio. I was an intern 10 years ago.
Wow.
I was a bum little intern. I'm making money in Jacksonville, Florida, and now we're here. So that's opened more doors, for like TV hosting and event hosting, and
right.
obviously doing interviews and content, stuff like that. But my main thing is really, the content on air part. That's whatever side of my brain is just more creative. That's just what I am. I don't know if y'all know astrology, but I'm a Gemini sun, and then a Scorpio rising, and Aquarius moon. So I'm just very into like research and interviews and getting to know people.
Okay. I love that.
So
I seen you on the Breakfast Club.
I seen
that one time. Yeah. And I stand by the Breakfast Club, baby. I love a good Breakfast Club episode. But that's cool that you said it opens up different doors like that. Like that's kind of what we were hoping, not necessarily radio, what we were hoping this leading us to, but just opening up different doors. Like recently we did a red carpet event. We were just hoping to do, more things like that, because getting in this, when you get in spaces like this, it's often hard to navigate where you're going next.
Especially if that's not your background.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
it's just like a passion project, something like,
Right, exactly. And so you probably came into it like knowing, okay, I need to do this first, probably to get my feet wet, or do this. I can need to be intern for this. But we coming from like totally opposite areas of the world, so it's kind of like.
Did you go to school for it?
Yeah, actually, they say don't go to school for journalism. That's what I went to school for. And because that was like my interest in high school. I used to do like the little morning announcements, be in yearbook and paper and stuff like that. So I went to school in Florida in Jacksonville for journalism and media and PR. And to graduate, we had to have a internship credit, and it just so happened that iHeart was the internship that I got.
Cool. That's cool.
And once I finished that, they were like, "Hey, do you want a job?" I'm like, "Sure," but they wasn't paying nothing. It was like you said. It was like, okay, if I do this now, down the line, I'll make it go somewhere. You
can build some relationships.
But like literally, when I say this year is my 10 years, like 10 years ago, I wasn't making no money. I had to work. Remotes is when you see the radio station out like at a store or something. I had to work remotes at strip clubs in Jacksonville. I got shot up. Like I had.
Oh Lord.
I was doing a lot of stuff, but it was fun to me. My first day actually interning, I walked in, and the host there, his name is T-Roy, he's one of my mentors. He was interviewing Rick Ross in Florida. So I was like, my first day here, Rick Ross here, and we drinking Bel Air Rosé and Wingstop. Like, I love this job.
Right, it's going to be a great job.
Yeah, it kind of set the tone for you.
Yeah, it set the tone. But it was still a lot of hard work because they sent me to Bryan College Station, which is like an hour and a half from here. I was there for 3 years, and then I came to Houston, and then kind of built my.
What were you doing in College Station? What they got going on down there?
They told me
besides that college,
right?
I was in Jacksonville. I was in Florida. They're like, hey, we have a job for a PD. A PD is the person who runs the station, so like the manager. Right. We have a job for a PD, which was more money than I was making in College Station. It's right next to Houston. Okay, and I googled it. All I saw was Texas A&M. I was like, okay, that seems like an okay place. Child, I was there for the Trump election. That was a whole nother.
And Bryan, that's
Bryan College Station.
Yes,
but I did get to meet the 10 black students that were enrolled in at the time. And they're all, in D9. So like I was very much a part of what they had going on, the community service and stuff. Then I started meeting people from PV and then branching out, Sam Houston and branching out. Then somehow I met DJ Mr. Rogers, who's from here. And it was a weird way of networking, but it got me here. At the
I love
full
that.
Circle all the way.
I love that.
Yeah. That's amazing.
That kind of brings us into our first topic. We wanted to talk about like the challenges that women and public figures face versus their male counterparts in like these spaces, and when you get to certain heights and levels, and when you get in certain rooms, like you said, your first day you was in there with Rick Ross, and like to a young, I don't know how young you were in that time, but to a young girl, that could be a lot.
Yeah.
So how you navigate those spaces?
I will say, just because we're in the era of all this Diddy stuff going on, I will say I was very blessed with the people that brought me up in Jacksonville. They kept me away from all that.
Okay.
Like T-Roy, he was the on-air personality. G-Wiz was the PD. One of the former hosts of Rap City DJ Q45, he was one of the DJs, and they kind of kept me out of that.
Okay.
It was like, okay, you can do this at the station, but you're not going to the club. Like,
was it more women working there, or not many?
But your field is kind of male dominated,
it's
right?
male dominated, and the only woman in leadership, at least, because that makes a difference.
Yeah.
Was T-May. She was our promotions director.
Okay.
But everyone else was a man, so I kind of had to. I just kind of followed, the male DJs that were like, we're gonna do this, but you ain't going to the after party. Like, like you can be here for the interview, but you ain't doing all that. But when I did have to step into a leadership role when I was in Bryan College Station, it was clear as day. Not only just being a woman, but College Station is predominantly white. Being the only person at the time under 45 in the building, and then being a woman of color, a black woman, it was very much a struggle to make my voice heard, because not only did they think I wouldn't say lesser than, but I just wasn't as experienced. I was young, and then she's a black girl. So
and all
this stuff.
Yeah.
So that's when I had to meet people in Houston, because that's where, you know,
the people were, right?
You know, the hip hop stations and stuff, and they were more obviously open to me, and they didn't have those stigmas put on me. But I still see, just in general, when you go to any type of industry event like the BET Awards or the Grammys or whatever, you just see, I'll say it, sometimes male counterparts don't have to work as hard as we do to prove our worth to be in that room.
Yeah.
Because they look at you like, oh, she's just a girl. She probably did this again.
Right.
And it's like, do you even know half the shit that I know? Like,
right.
Exactly.
And that's a crazy thing that you said that, because half of the time, a lot of people that are in these high positions, and that's across the board with any industry, I feel like they don't even have half the knowledge as the people that they look down on.
Yeah.
Because you are actually working so hard to get there, so you picking up the real knowledge to get you there, thinking that's all it takes. And they probably just got there on the strength of being who,
knowing who they are.
Or knowing somebody. Yeah.
And I hate to admit that, because, you know, we were raised like the world, we're all supposed to be equal and have the same opportunities, and if you work hard, you're gonna. It's not always that way, but you always have to learn how to manage your relationships, pretty much.
I feel like that in the work field that I'm in too. And me and my boyfriend were just talking, and he was saying, when in his field, somebody told him black people have to work to prove themselves, and white people have to work to prove that they're not good enough. You know what I mean? It feel like we always got to prove something to somebody. We always got to be the one to show our super strengths, or show up double time, and then now they realize she's actually good, or let me look at her, like that might be a good worker. Like it take you so long to get noticed and stuff like that. I really hate that.
And then also you have to manage your temperament, your attitude.
Yes.
I was told just by them sharing wisdom a long time ago that as a woman and a black woman, you can never have an emotional offering.
You're gonna be named the angry black woman.
Especially in this circle, you always, and radio is a very small industry. Everybody knows everybody, and so it's if you pop off and call somebody out over here, they gonna hear about it all the way over in Cali.
Really? Okay.
So that was always on the top of my mind, that even though I am a woman, I also have to mind my manners. Even if somebody says something crazy to me, I can't really just react.
Because you're gonna be outcasted before they are,
and then you're gonna be labeled a problem or difficult, because she's not. She's the person who's gonna tell on you. Right. You do something. She's gonna call
they say
HR.
Monique was doing.
So I'm about to ask you that. So I was like, so is it similar to the Monique situation? Have you seen that?
Yeah. I won't say it's as deep as this situation, but I will say I never tweeted this. Everyone who follows me on Twitter knows I'm very outspoken, but as Monique was stating her whole entire situation, and when she went on Club Shay Shay, in the back of my mind, I'm this is what I was told years ago. But I have to admire her, give her props, because she's stepping up to the problem. She's taking the hit. She's taking, because
she probably was told that too, and she's probably worked through it all of sometimes you just get tired.
But for her, I'll say she has a bigger platform. Her career is way longer than mine. She knows she's accomplished so much stuff. But definitely in entertainment, especially for me, when you are first getting in, if you have a good mentor who wants to do good by you, they're going to tell you straight up, you can't do this, because they're going to label you an issue. And not saying you'll be blackballed, but you'll just be labeled as I remember a lot of people talking about Amanda Seales right now. And that resonates with me too. It's more important to be likable than to be right.
I hate that. I hate that so bad.
And that's what I think about when I think about us moving further along in our podcast journey, just being amongst people, because it seems like you have to fake.
And I'm gonna find it hard. I'm gonna find it hard to do that. If nobody else do, it's gonna be on my face.
You gotta just kind of hold your real emotions or your real thoughts, because like you said, it's better to just get along than to be right. And that's sad that we live in a world like that, where it's so many people always talking about how real. Oh, I'm a real person. I'll keep it real. I keep it real. But it's do you really keep it real? Will you stand up for what's right versus and it goes back to what we talked about. We were talking about just the culture that we live in and the people in our culture. How it's hard to stand up for certain things, because if it jeopardizes what you have going on
as an individual. Yeah,
it's kind of like, I want to stand up for you, but I mean, I can't lose X, Y, and Z too. You know what I'm saying? So,
what's up, y'all? It's your girl T.
And your girl Coco.
And are you looking for some brand exposure? Do you have a business that you're trying to put in front of a new audience? Because look, right now we are giving out free commercials. Free. Oprah style, baby.
Yes, you get one.
Period. We putting it out there. And we building our brand, and we trying to help you build your brand.
Yes. So if you have a small business, large business, medium-sized business, whatever kind of business you might have, let us know. Get in our inbox, email us, and let us know how we can help you grow your business and see some success this year.
Yes.
These slots are only free for a limited amount of time. We're going to give you the first 4 weeks of the month free. You get to see how we expose you, how many people come on behalf of Cup Conversation, and then you get to decide, is it worth it? So this is a deal of a lifetime if you ask me. As a business owner myself, if somebody gave me this opportunity, I would definitely do it. We have views on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube.
Yes, even to lose.
Yeah, and
just get out there,
as well as the podcast platforms. Yes. So tap in with your girls.
Very much so. Get them commercials while they last. Deuces.
It's like you always in a rock in between a rock and a hard place all the time.
I agree.
I was fortunate enough. I have like a good handful of other women who work in my company or just in radio in general who have done this longer than me, and they have been mentors. So I can like, I'll smile all day. As soon as 5 p.m., girl. Girl,
yeah, like, gotta have them outlets.
What are they? What is going on? Like, what has happened? Has this happened to you? This, that, and the other. But at the end of the day, you know, you gotta keep it.
Yeah. And then at the end of the day, too, work is work. At the end of the day, like,
it's really about picking and choosing your battles when it comes to work. Like, you, at the end of the day, you need them like they need you. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, is everything worth making a fuss about, or should we just call it a day and move on? You know?
Yeah, and then too, like, what are your like bottom lines? Kind of like people always say stuff like, as long as it don't interfere with my man, my kids, and my money, I'm good. Like, I mean, whatever else can be passed or talked about or not talked about.
Yeah, I learned the hard way because I fell off. You know, I've tripped on people before, but I've learned the hard way. As long as it don't mess up my money in this industry, because my husband is he's not in the industry, so he's just like
right, okay.
But I don't have kids yet. I got dogs. Okay, so don't mess up my dogs. I got
period. Same thing.
But as long as it don't mess with my money, I don't really have nothing to say about it. Like, I've had issues with other talents or personalities, but at the end of the day, you know, are you taking a check from me? Like,
right. It's not that serious. Don't never get that serious.
You're not defaming me. I still have brand partnerships. Like, it's not a big deal. But I'm sure if I get to the level of like a Charlemagne or whatever, it's gonna be coming.
So you don't feel like you at that level, like, as far as, because I mean, you were on the Breakfast Club like as a host, like, so I mean, obviously somebody thought that of you to think. So you don't think that.
When I say, I guess, like, on their level, I mean, like, have multiple businesses. Okay. You know, like, I'm syndicated just as they are, but I can tell you right now, they contract way bigger than mine.
You're right.
So, you know, just building my brand and being, like, quote unquote, a household name. Because in radio, it goes like, the shift that you're on air is like is the lineup.
Your lineup.
So
Okay.
Mornings is number one. So the Breakfast Club is, you know, our main.
Right.
And then next after that would be whoever's on afternoons. And then after that would be nights, and then middays. You know? So that's kind of what everyone works towards, is like mornings. Because, you know, all the biggest names are mornings, like Ebro in the morning or Big Boy or Breakfast Club.
And is that based off viewers, like who listens more, or how is that based? Because I would think, like, you know, music, nighttime, like that's when more people are listening.
I think more people would be listening during the daytime, though.
Just like, while they're at work?
Radio? In the car?
I mean, that's what I'm thinking. In the car, only time you're in the car is on the way to work. All day you at work, though.
Well, I guess the way so, like, because I get to see the numbers, we have the biggest viewership. It should be in the mornings. The mornings when everyone's on the way to work. But this was way back before COVID. So now everyone working from home. So now it's different.
Okay.
Because everyone's working from home. You got smart speakers, you can listen.
And that's why I catch the Breakfast Club on the Apple podcast.
Yeah, or then you just watch the Breakfast Club YouTube after you missed it, whatever.
And so does that interfere with your journey as far as like the new wave of things? Because literally I don't even listen to the radio at all.
Exactly.
Like unless like something like my phone died. I'm like, okay, let me just put something on real quick.
You ain't got the cord in the car or something.
Yeah, how does that work now? Because, you know, at first we went from the aux cord, everybody had the aux cord, nobody was listening to the radio. Now everybody got the Apple Music, the Apple Podcast, then a lot of people listen to podcasts. Like, how does that work? Well, I guess it doesn't interfere with you because you're on iHeart Radio.
Pretty much, it's what you make of it. So, like, if you're on air, you have this opportunity. You have two different audiences because there's still it's a generational thing too. Because like I'm pretty sure after like millennials stop being get older, I'm pretty sure radio is gonna decline.
Right.
As for right now, Gen X, millennials, we still grew up on radio, so we still have somewhat of a instinct to be like, oh, let's see what's on radio, whatever. But Gen Z, they do not care.
No,
they're like,
not even a little bit.
Are you on academics and no jumper? Like, that's, that's really what I'm looking at, type of thing. But for us that are on air right now, they're still on radio. You have the opportunity of two big audiences. You have the still radio listeners, and then you have the internet. Everyone can be on the internet,
right?
But the thing is that you are the figures in your city. So that's the only thing. It's like, we can all watch the Breakfast Club, whatever, but we know they're in New York. They're not going to talk about what's in Houston. Right. That's the only kind of driving thing that we have.
Right.
I want to go to see Chris Brown in Houston. I need to go listen to
the radio. Especially if you're trying to win some tickets. Like these kids will never know what it's like to be trying to call and get called on the radio back to back, call the radio back to back. Like, girl, I just hate that. Like my daughter, we were in between moving, so we hadn't got our internet and stuff connected, and so we were basically like watching what was on the TV, like they come on the
local
TV,
cable,
the news or something like that. And she was like, when the commercial came on, she was like, "Oh my God, these ads!" I'm like, "This is not an ad. This is just a regular commercial." All they know is TikTok, like TikTok or YouTube. That's all they know. Like when she said ad and not commercial, I was like, "I'm failing you right now." How you don't know what a commercial is, girl? Like what? But yeah, it's different. Like it's crazy how different. Like we really the old people now. Like
I know, I hate that. Like, I'd be seeing on Twitter like we're really the adults right now. I remember during like Memorial Day, somebody was like, "So ain't nobody cooking out?" And it's like, we supposed to be cooking out,
right? Exactly. We really are. Like it's really a joke because I'm like, man, I'm really an adult with a whole kid, like, and I'm childish as hell. Like I'm still a kid. I feel like how I got a kid.
Me and my husband talk about it all the time. Like we got toys, like like they make the toys, like not sexual toys, but like regular toys, like Funko Pops or something. We have those, and we're like, we play Uno all the time. It's serious. We're like, we ain't got no kids. We went to Disney twice last year. Like, wow. We're healing our inner child. You know?
Sometimes you gotta go visit those spaces.
Exactly. I was like, I can never have 2 boxes of cereal open, but now I can.
That's what I'm doing. And I just told my boyfriend this other day, we about 3 bags of chips was stale up, and I said, see, this why they don't let us open them all at once. Hey y'all, are you ready to take your intimate moments to the next level? Then look no further than Decapade.
Yes, with their premium adult toy collection, you can explore your wildest fantasies and ignite passion like never before.
From discreet and compact vibes to luxurious and indulgent pleasure products, they have everything you need and everything you desire.
Yes, and don't forget to tell them Cup of Conversation sent you. So anyways, I guess we kind of already covered this, but I had a question about how do societal stereotypes play a part in the way women are perceived and treated in the media. Like, I know everything is so over sexualized. Like, does it play a part in, like, because you seem like a pretty modest, you married, like you did your time in this already. Like, you don't have to like try to sell yourself. You know what I'm saying? And it seems like nowadays everything, in order to sell yourself, especially like in the media or the music industry, it's all sexualized. Like women, you got to wear this to even be seen or acknowledged. How does that work for you? Like, either not even just for you, but like people that have come behind you that you have either mentored or you've watched like come into the industry since you've been in the industry?
I would say there's a difference with, let's just say like a media personality standpoint, right? There's a difference, one, if you're like a TV host, and then there's a difference if you're a radio host or whatever. And then it's also just your brand. I know we hear that all the time, like branding, your personal brand. It matters like who you really came up after, like who you aspired to be pretty much. I would say when I was younger, my biggest inspiration at the time was Angie Martinez. And I had never seen Angie Martinez shaking nothing.
Right.
She was the homie. She was like, she was getting all these interviews with big name artists, just chilling. And I was like, that's who I want to be. Right. So that's kind of subconsciously who I molded myself.
Right. I can see that.
Yeah, it never really gave fangirl or like, you know.
It never gave like, you know, do whatever. Like, that's cool. I listen to Sexy Red too, but I ain't gonna be doing all that.
Right.
Like,
exactly.
That's not in my brand. Right. But for me personally, I think that also when you come in and your name starts getting bubbling, when you start meeting people, you're branding yourself. So they're like, oh, she's like this or she's like that. And I've always just had like the homegirl vibe. Okay. I'm not doing all that.
Right, exactly.
So it's like the first impression thing, like who you show them.
And they know how to handle you after that moving forward. And it's probably not as hard to just be around me. And that makes sense.
As far as like people who came up either at the same time as me or after me, I've always, the women who I like mentor or offer advice to, they've you know, we always say the same thing. There's just an unspoken rule that's just like, do not do nothing with nobody in this industry unless you're willing to like end it right there. Right. Because again, it's a small industry. Right. Gonna get out.
All right. So I seen while I was doing my research that you said you took a little break from social media. So you don't do your YouTube and stuff no more?
Oh my gosh, that's a whole thing. Yes and no. Yeah. I keep telling myself, I'm like, all right, we gonna like, I literally ordered all this stuff. Right? I was like, I have 3 cameras. I was like, all right, if I buy another one, I really got to do it this time. Like, if I get another one, I really got to do it. But it's so much. I don't know how y'all's process is, but I'm like a one-woman show. Yeah. So like,
we're a three-man show right here.
I like film, edit, put it on YouTube, do the SEO.
It's a lot.
Yes, it's a lot. So I'm like, I'll do it. But then if y'all get in the comment section, you know, you get a little ticked off sometimes. People
okay. I can feel it.
We haven't really made it that far yet, though.
But I can see how people would get that way sometimes.
It's like that used to bother me like years when I first got here, but it doesn't so much anymore. But then it makes me ultra critical and like a perfectionist. So I'm like, I remember this one comment that like Polo Boy 79 wrote like years ago on this Young Dolph interview I did, and then it makes me look at stuff way more intricately, and I'm like, nah, that ain't good enough. I was just talking to one of my coworkers, and they're like, why don't you like put all this like old stuff up? I have a lot of like old clips that like just put this up. I'm like, because it just wasn't the best.
So you overthinking, you kind of critiquing yourself too much.
Before, when I first got here, I was putting out content every other day, right?
But I think that's like the recipe though, like to not care. I feel like
it is,
like to a certain extent, not you know what y'all.
Well,
call
I mean,
it.
look at E-Kane.
Y'all about to say,
look at the girls on TikTok. They coming out in.
But I'm saying for us though, as far as like saying, because E-Kane, her brand is her. Yeah. It's not like us. Like, you know, you asking, you like you're trying to pitch to other people, like to be, you know, in the midst of them. So it's a little bit different. But I mean, I think that people. And too, like, I feel like nowadays, the stuff that we be like, no, don't put that, that be the stuff that go viral, even though it only had nothing to do with what's going on.
You know what it was, too? In 2020, when COVID happened, obviously, everybody was shut down. We were doing a lot of those Zoom and Instagram live interviews. I absolutely hate those because you don't get the same vibe as when you're sitting in a room with somebody. And I remember 2 interviews I'll never forget. They had me interview Moneybagg Yo, and he literally...
On Zoom?
On like Instagram.
Yeah.
So it's live. So
okay.
Popping in.
Interacting.
Do you know this man brushed his teeth in the middle of our interview? And everyone's like, oh, you know. And I'm just like,
no, COVID took it too far back.
This is no dig at nobody, but like, I'm like, I went to school for journalism. I'm an actual journalist. I do the research and the, you know, and like, are you doing this with like Barbara Walters? Like,
right.
Like what are we doing? And then Blueface, this was in 2020. He was like getting a facial like while I'm trying to interview him, and I'm just like, you know what? We gonna chill out for a second, because I've just realized it's also just a certain artists want a moment, and certain artists are like, for real,
right.
Sit there, and I'm like, I'm just not gonna give you the platform to go viral and like waste my time and like just sit here like, so let me see you twerk. How many girls you got in your house? Like that's what you were looking for. That's not what I was prepared for.
Right.
So I kind of like calmed down after that. But then the BET Awards, we have this thing called Radio Row, where you have like, it's like speed dating. Like they'll take an artist, they'll spend 5 minutes. And that's when I started getting into it more. But it's the same thing. It's like, do you want to just go viral, or do you want to sit here and have like a true conversation with each other? So that's where I just had to reevaluate, like, who am I interviewing? Like, what is the point of us sitting here and like having a conversation? And then some artists aren't what we call media trained.
Exactly.
They don't know how to carry on a conversation.
I think that's the topic right now on TikTok with Cardi B and Ray Monte. Right, like saying, I guess they saying like he too ghetto for like to be marketed and for brand deals. Yeah, it's been going on like all since the birthday trip. They was all wondering why he didn't get any brand deals for his birthday. And people were saying that's because he's not marketable. The people that he too ghetto, he too this, he too that. But I've seen another girl say, like, when y'all say that, y'all really talking about yourself, because he is marketable. He's marketable to y'all, the people that's watching him. So if he's not marketable, they means because they don't want y'all. They don't want y'all in the clothes. They don't want y'all wearing the makeup.
They don't care for y'all money.
Exactly.
They don't think that's good enough.
So but to say, like you said, you don't think that people are media trained. I think that's like, I think Cardi B, I think she's better now. But I think like when she first came out about some years back when she had Peep, and she was just
she's a lot better now.
Yeah, she's a lot better now. But like I don't think people think that far ahead.
I just watched Glorilla on Club Shay Shay the other day, and it was hard to watch. Like,
on the interview with the lady,
not the CNN or whatever the hell it was.
Oh, yeah.
That killed me. At the end of the day, the day gonna end. I know that's right, my girl. I know that's right. But the Club Shay Shay interview was kind of hard to watch because, like, he was having to carry it. Have you ever like had to interview somebody where like you just had to carry it because they giving you like, well, I got up and I like music. That's why I like it. Next question, like, come on, this is supposed to be an hour interview. Like, Lord, give me something.
There's two sides to that. Like, one, in hip hop, and I hate to say this, but it's just the way it is. A lot of rappers come up here high or drunk, and they're like, I've had to just scrap interviews. I've never even aired them to this day because the person's high and they're just slurring the words and then what? And they're like answering the phone and I'm like, what are we doing here? Yeah. And then on the other side of that,
that's what I was gonna ask. Go ahead.
On the other side of that, usually younger artists, younger meaning like they're just newer, they don't have as much to tell as older artists. I love interviewing legacy artists like 50 Cent, The Lox, Fabulous, because they got stories, battle stories. Younger artists, say Glorilla, she's brand new, like she don't really have much to talk about, And then on top of that, this goes a little deeper behind the scenes, what is her brand? Who is she marketing to? Because they don't want to hear what she got to think about politics. Right. Like, turn up. I'm fucking it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't even know why they put her on there. So, I really don't.
We said the same thing. Like when they had Drewski on MSNBC, or I
didn't see that one.
Yeah, they had Glorilla on CNN. I was like, what is Glorilla doing on CNN?
Right. Just because she went to the White House.
Well, I'm telling you, politics and like the news and stuff is starting not to be like real world. Like it's starting to seem like a fucking parody or something. Like, are we really living outside? We're like, they playing Glorilla in the church, Glorilla on CNN. What is happening right now? Like,
it's because like we said, we the new adults, y'all. We haven't grown up.
We're very unserious.
Yeah,
unserious is like an understatement. Like, the things I see people doing with their kids on TikTok, it just be funny, but like,
this whole curse word trend, this is killing me. Like, I'm
funny.
like,
that ain't funny to me.
I hate this.
With the kids
going to that. That's like ridiculous.
That ain't funny to me. Now, if you catch your kids cussing, that's funny.
Right.
But telling them to cuss, like, that's not.
No.
Just like go in the room and just start cussing for what? Like why?
Yeah, no.
Why is this?
I mean, I've called my nephews cussing, and when they think they by themselves and nobody's listening, it's literally, it ain't supposed to be funny, but that's some funny shit right there.
Because we're the adults now.
I'm telling you.
I have a pair of twin nephews. They're like 22.
Okay.
Even if I hear them cuss now, I'm like, what the hell?
Right.
Like,
don't play with me.
Don't play with me. Like,
Yeah. No, these kids. I guess it's because these adults, we just too unserious.
we
They don't
adults,
know whether to be serious with us or unserious.
Yeah.
But yeah. And how do you think with artists, like you said, they're them being drunk and high and stuff like that, like when they come, well, the hip hop artists anyways, like, is it not like some type of, because at the end of the day, that's kind of a waste. This, first of all, is disrespectful, and then it's a waste of your time, really. Yeah. Because like you said, you have stuff.
Job, though.
Yeah. Is it some type of contract in place? Like, this is like serious. Like, this is something that we're trying to make money off of. Like, we pay. Don't you guys pay them to be there, or
for radio? No.
No. Okay.
If I was doing like my own thing, like y'all, then maybe.
Right.
For radio, it's kind of like a relationship thing.
Okay.
Because
they're gonna gain from it too.
Yeah, because if you have a better relationship with artists or with radio people, you know, they're gonna be more inclined to be like, let me play this one song in the mix more. You know, like it is not Plugola. It is like they do not pay us, but it's just like if you give me content and I can air that content, you give me drops. Like when it's like, hey, it's Moneybag.
Yeah.
Like, okay. Now I got a reason to play your song, you know, because I like you. Like it's a relationship thing. Okay. But it's also hella disrespectful, which is kind of why I said I took a break from it, because I pay for everything. I pay for the videographers, the editing, I take the time to do the research. So it's just like if y'all did all your research for me and I just show up like high, hella late, you'd be like, what? You know, like you feel the same way.
Right.
Like,
no, really.
Why are we even here?
Yeah.
You know? But that's another thing, you know, kind of managing relationships, and just tell like their manager or whatever person's with them, like, hey, you know, I know you want to get this artist more exposure and whatever, but like, I can't, we ain't doing this no more.
Yeah.
If they gonna be high, like,
right,
you know, we just gonna cut it pretty much.
Is that something that you feel like you probably have to start disclosing ahead of time, like telling them?
I actually, in the label world and the radio world, I'm like infamous for that. They don't even come to me anymore, because I went through those instances I shared, and I kind of had the conversation like, don't bring nobody up to me no more. If you know they're late, they ain't got nothing to say, they're gonna be high. If you know that like they're just disrespectful or you know whatever, like, it's gonna hurt our relationship more than it's gonna gain. This person. This person
doesn't know you.
Maybe a one-hit wonder, but you a label rep, so you can't bring me nobody.
You're right. Now I'm not gonna trust your judgment.
So now you gotta like kind of manage the situation. Like, is it worth it, or pretty much?
And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna say that's the reason I've been, but I guess that's probably like in the back of the reason. Like, I've been skeptical about doing so many artists. Like, a lot of artists, for whatever reason, whenever you start a podcast, that's the most people that hit you up. Like, artists, they want to get on, they want to talk, and a lot of time I'm like, I want to see, our show ain't about hip hop, R&B, and the music, none of that. Like, so. Even if we do get an artist, we're going to talk about our topics. We're going to talk about things we want. We're not going to talk about, I mean, we're going to probably ask about your career like we did yours, but it's not going to be like some, oh, well, how'd you feel about that song you made? And, you know, like, it's never going to be that. It's never given that. So, like.
I had a guy come up to me at the event that we was in with Dada, and he was like, oh, I want to come on the podcast. I was like, oh, okay, what you do? And he was like, I'm an artist. I was like, yeah, what kind of artist though? Because we kind of, you know, our audience is a little bit different, like, you know. And he was like, oh, what? I was like, yeah, we usually interview like people that own businesses, or, you know, just more
staples in the community,
you know, stuff like that. And he was like, oh, well, you know, I got an LLC. And I was like, okay. What does that mean?
LLC.
Right. And then he said it like, it gave like, you don't even know what LLC is, because why would you be just saying, oh, I have an LLC? Okay.
Yeah. You didn't tell me what for. You don't tell me what you're using it, like what business you running with it, or nothing.
I guess he was like, that sound business savvy. Let me just say this, because it still was. I was like,
gonna say, if he introduced himself as an artist first, then that's what you trying to put.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Otherwise you would have said, oh no, I own a business, and then like,
exactly.
Oh, you trying to get
right.
That's what it gave. I was like, okay, I'll just DM us.
Like, I had to be like that with y'all too, but it is what it is.
Sometimes it's like a needle in a haystack. Sometimes you get a really funny we
have had some.
We had a really good one, and like it shocked the hell out of us because it was like
he was young.
He was like damn near like what was
23 years?
Yeah, NBA. He gave me NBA young boy vibes, like just his appearance. But when he started talking, he was very like he was on it. Like the topics I was like, dang, we was just up here like we even talked about it like weeks after, like, dang, he was a good interview, like. But yeah, it's really based on vibes. It's not that we don't want to interview an artist or anything, but like she said, we're not gonna just talk about just your music. You know what I'm saying?
And it definitely is based on vibes. We really like to try to have people up here that's on brand, on point. Like, I hate to see podcasts that's like all off brand, all off like, what is the brand? Because it'd be all over the place sometimes, and I just don't want us to be one of them people.
I think too sometimes, like you said, the hip hop artists and stuff like that, they are like sometimes a little more raunchy than somebody that might be a different type of artist. I don't know,
R&B. We had a singer,
something like that. So that's another thing we trying to stay away from. Like, we don't never want to give that. Like you said, it's nothing against like the people that like Sexy Red or like the raunchiness, but we don't want to give that off. You know what I'm saying? The whole career of our podcast career, I guess.
Because I talked about that recently on Facebook. I was asking, like, do y'all think that there's like the blueprint to blowing up these days, like with the TikToks, or if you on TikTok, or if you just having a podcast, or if you're trying to start something new? I feel like they always revert to the raunchy conversations, or the raunchy. You got to be talking about
to go viral.
I think to go to crossover, because I was just talking to someone the other day. There's podcasts, there's TikTok celebrities I never heard of because they stick within their niche, demographic, their audience. So I think it's just people don't want to just serve their audience and super serve the people who support them. They want to get to the headlights. They want to be the Breakfast Club or Nori Drink Champs, whatever, Joe Budden or whatever. So they just kind of follow that blueprint. But that's not really what you're about. You do one episode like that, but you can't do every episode like Joe Budden.
Right.
You have to stick in your lane,
Some people ain't even found the lane. That's what's I think that's the
and it does take a while, because I feel like it took us.
It did take us. Yeah, we rebranded within the first year. I mean, that says a lot.
When you go back, I look that episode with Anna. I was just like, we really was just doing talking about shit. Like, we really was just doing some shit.
Talking about shit, just pulling shit out of
everybody got to go through that though. Nobody's gonna come out the gate knowing like this is my demographic, and this is this is what I'm going to stick to. Like, you got to kind of try everything and see what sticks, And
that's what's hard.
Go ahead. Oh, okay. So we spoke about having privacy and boundaries and stuff like that. On top of that, you're in the public eye. How do you go about shooting your shot when you? Oh, well, she's married. You are married.
As he walks away, he's like,
right.
But okay, on another note, how do you go about just keeping it professional when you around people that you have, like you said, you like the lock, you like the legendary. How do you keep it professional and not, have that fangirl moment, or that just?
Oh, it's like
I'm in this position.
Well, I haven't always been like that. I'll say that. There was one time, 2017, I was backstage at one of our shows in LA, and J. Cole was there. J. Cole is one of my top favorite artists of all time. And this is right when, I want to say KOD dropped, like around that time. And he was backstage. He just walked past me, and like someone was like, "Oh, this is Ashlee." And like I have a Snapchat of it too. He like put his hand out. I was like I couldn't talk. I was like, "Nice to meet you." And then I just started tearing up and walking away. But that was 2017. This is 7 years later. Everyone else who I've met, it's just the same. One, I gotta tell myself, like, I always remember the back of my head, like my mentor told me, like, everything you do is gonna be, people are gonna talk about it. So like, don't be the groupie, don't be the person. And I actually get irritated when I see other people doing that. Like, for instance, we have like other people that work in our building who are like salespeople or just, like administrative people. They're not around the artists at all. And I think like T.I. came up, and when I tell you, these old white ladies were like, "Oh my God, T.I.? Like, what are we talking about here?
Right.
Like, I don't know what T.I. has been in for you to know who T.I. is.
Right.
I don't.
Why did they even turn you up?
I don't know, but they're like, I need a picture with T.I. I'm like, oh my God. Or I have a lot of friends who do like those MTV shows, like The Challenge and Teen Mom and stuff. They used to come by and there would be people like,
Yeah.
I've been like, dog, please stop. But like, they're gonna be polite and like take a picture or whatever.
Right.
But I'm like, we are a business. Like,
Right.
What we're known for. Like,
Yeah, especially in that area, in that arena. This is what, like you said, this is what y'all known for. So you kind of got to play it cool, like you know.
I'm glad you mentioned the tearing up moment though, because Coco looked at me crazy when I told her I'd cry if I seen Lil Wayne.
If you saw him,
yes,
or
if I met him,
Oh,
if I met him, like you said,
I
the
just
handshake,
can't think of nobody I would do that for.
Nobody?
That's probably the only person.
And after that, I had really sat and thought about it because I was like, I don't want to seem weird because I'm like, who would I do that for? Like, but I can't think of nobody.
But I love music though. I can say that about me. I love music, not enough to like get into it, but like certain songs will give me chills. Like, you know,
has an artist has a song ever made you cry? Because like with J. Cole, he has a few songs that made me cry. So that's why I was like,
made me cry. Yeah, but I still like. Okay, I think about the song that I walk down the aisle to. I really like that song. He not even nobody really famous though. His name is Hollywood Anderson. He was on one of the. First of all, he was found in the subway in New York. He used to be down there singing, and he made a song. And literally, the song that I heard was him in the subway. Like I was on YouTube one day. I don't even know. I think Carrie might have found the song, but like, and he ended up like making it because he went viral.
Different, huh?
I just like the song, and I really like R&B. That's what I'm thinking. Like I like music too, like R&B, but like I don't know. Like back in the day, I would have said Bow Wow because that was like who I was.
God, not
but,
Shad.
But exactly. But now I'm so embarrassed that I even liked him back then. But
his antics, he would.
Yeah.
Like I said, I wish we never met some celebrities on social media. Like you know, like I.
Do
wish
you
we
feel that way too? Like, do you feel like you could have went without knowing them in real life?
Personal? Yeah.
Probably like not. It's not that I like love him, but I would have just respected him more. It's probably like Soulja Boy. That's one. Like, he's on the internet, bro.
Yeah.
And I actually love him. But 50 Cent, I still love him being extra, like how he's like calling out Diddy.
I
like,
do too.
That, you know,
I was a little taken aback what he said about his goddamn baby mama.
Oh yeah,
sex workers. I was like, hold on, that's making me a little uncomfortable.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know why, but just talking about a woman like that out loud that you.
And then it's your baby mama.
Yeah, like I'm like, I don't know, I'm feeling uncomfortable for her.
But it's like
secondhand embarrassment.
Yes.
Like
yeah.
But I expected him to be like that because I've been listening to him my whole life.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, I never expected him to take the high road.
Anybody on Love and Hip Hop.
Oh yes, when they came out with that Love and Hip Hop, when they came out with them shows with SWV, all them, like I feel like we could have just known them for that.
Yeah.
And
you
not.
Know what? I just thought about this the other day. Aubrey O'Day from Danny Kane. I used to love Danny Kane.
I love
now
Danny
Aubrey
Kane.
just be talking too much, and I'm like,
I don't see
her.
I just been
no, she be.
Well, I know she been talking a lot with this Diddy stuff because you know she originally did say a lot of this stuff about him.
Yeah.
I like that stuff she said, but she also just be like kind of
just
talking too much.
Yeah. Wanting the cast of baddies. So like, yeah, girl.
How old is she?
I don't know.
Come on now, sister. You done went too low now. You done went too low.
That's too low for her.
MTV to Zeus? Come on, sister girl. Please.
Yeah, she out of line for that one. She need to rethink that one. It ain't that much fame in the world.
No, for real. She could have opened up her show for she jumped up and started her Danny Kane.
She left, but do you remember that show, I think last year, 2 years ago? It was like all these members of girl groups and they were in a house. I forgot what it was called, but it was like the girls from Cherish were in there and Danny Kane and the girl from SW.
You know what? I think I did see a clip of that maybe on Instagram or something like that.
Yeah, like Keely from 3OW was in there.
Okay.
Like, and they're supposed to make a super group.
That's why I remember it from Keely, from her videos going viral like afterwards.
Oh, okay.
She was on that, and I was like, oh, you know. But then she left. She like ended up quitting. But
yeah, I was trying to. We did figure that out that it was separate from us before.
What?
The Instagrams.
Oh yeah.
They were separate than our Instagrams, right?
Yeah. Like, I feel like, what is it? The celebrities usually, like, I guess maybe they just only followed each other and we weren't allowed to follow them. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, because
but
it
I
was
just
a
feel like
time
it was a
where we
whole
wasn't-
different, like, timeline situation. On my timeline, all I seen was my friends. Like,
Yeah.
my homegirls, you know what I'm saying? People I went to school with. I never got to see T.I. and his kids and all this.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, this is too much. But luckily, Lil Wayne is not one of them people.
Do you still love Lil Wayne?
I love him. Damn.
When do you think was the last great piece of work he put out though?
Not gonna lie, I've only liked his features lately. I seen somebody having that debate on Facebook recently, and they was like, "Nah, he ain't been doing it." His personal songs, I'm not gonna lie, haven't been like slapping to me like they used to. But his features, he's been doing good features. I've been liking him on other people's songs.
Whose song he been on? Because I haven't heard him in a while.
He been on
Well, I'm saying that like
you
I
might
would
have to
know.
pull out my Apple Music.
Hey, look, I would know anyway. Like, I don't know.
No, he been on some songs. I ain't even gonna look it up, but he's been on some stuff recently. I wish you would have asked me that when I was thinking about it.
Right.
I can't think about it.
I'm gonna find out who I would cry for though one day. I'm gonna find out.
Mine's is definitely Wayne. I'm telling
know
you,
who
the chills in my
it
bones.
is.
Like even the other day, I could say another person up there is probably Wiz Khalifa.
Okay.
I never knew I really liked him like that until I realized how he impacted the way I grew up. Like the things that, Wiz Khalifa pretty much shaped my whole high school career. Like cushion orange juice, the whole.
Y'all know what I'm sitting here thinking about? Because I might have this now that I think about it. Because my friend sent me a video and she said it's something, I can't remember what it's attached to. I want to say ADHD, but it's something called like, I can't remember the exact name from. Basically, what it is it's like almost kind of like an out of sight, out of mind type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're not associate, and it's for people that you probably see often, or like if you don't see that person, or if you're not in contact with that person constantly enough, like you have this disassociation. Like
Yeah.
I feel like that's how I am, because like even with like family members, like I can know that you my family member, and like if something happened to you, like I literally won't be sad. Like
Yeah.
I get
like-
what you mean. I get what you mean.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's what it is with artists. Like I don't have no relationship with you, so it ain't no reason for me to like be crying. Like you, that's why I think in my mind, I think that's what's stopping me from saying like, oh, if I seen this person, I would cry. Like it used to be like I used to really like Beyonce, but I don't think I would cry if I seen her.
If you met her.
If I met her, no.
Now most people would. Most people would cry for B.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I think it's something wrong with me. I think it's like why would I cry for you? Like you ain't done nothing for me. Like you know what I'm
Not
saying?
you ain't done nothing for me.
Like your music was cool and all, but what?
We know she's not like a stan. She ain't behind those like super fan accounts for like rappers and stuff. Like she ain't a Beehive member. Like she ain't
No.
threatening people's lives and stuff like that.
No. Oh no.
Yeah.
Definitely not. I don't even know. I don't even know if I even follow Beyonce on Instagram. Like I probably.
What's the point? She don't put nothing. She don't post nothing.
Okay, that's what
she
I
one of them
thought.
celebrities that don't say nothing. Like Lil Wayne.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't even think. I think I see her stuff like when she drop like stuff, but.
And I like people like her. I mean, Beyonce keeps a mystery. People like try to say like, oh, their relationship might be like this, or y'all talking about this go. We'll never know. It's up in the air for just what ifs, because we don't.
So with J. Cole though, did he uphold his?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was
You didn't take the opportunity.
Yeah. I was like, I didn't even get a picture because I was just so like embarrassed. I was like, and even like the label rep, who's the one who introduced us, it was like, you good? Like, you okay? I was like, but I didn't know I would react that way.
Right.
In the moment. I remember like, one of my favorite albums of his is 2014 Forest Hills Drive, and I was just listening to that on the plane on the way there, and I was like, but you're here right in front of me.
Right, you couldn't believe it.
That's the golden moment right there.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
And
For me every time.
Other than him, rest in peace, the only other person I would have gotten away for is probably like Nipsey Hussle, because I listened to a lot of him, and between Nipsey, J. Cole, and like Drake, I don't know so much Drake anymore. Those were like my top.
Man, it used to be old Drake for me. I would put Drake up there with Wayne for me too, but like it was old Drake.
He's
It's not
too sassy for me now.
Very much so.
He gives me very questionable. Like, would you? He might.
But he seemed like he's really sweet though.
Yeah.
You know what it is though, and I know we gotta stop, but I think it's him being himself. Mm-hmm. Because when you think about where he came from, Aubrey, like him being like
the grass,
like that, he gives that now. Mm-hmm. But at first he came out all kind of like
he tried to be hard, try to fit in with Lil Wayne, them. You know, I guess maybe since he had the Young Money attached to him, he felt like he had to be a certain persona, or he had to act a certain way. But now he's back to Loverboy Drake, and girls, playing on his side. Somebody kind of put that in my sights. Thinking about it, they was like, "Why Drake making music like fuck my ex now and all this other?" You know, they was like, because y'all didn't respect him when he was back there singing the bitches, and now it's been so many people. No, he done spent too much time in Houston. That's what it is.
That's what it is.
Well,
you thought you got a good one.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, he apparently
got a little spot. Yeah, I heard he got a spot in
because I just seen. He remind me. I might run into him at the grocery store. Look, but I ain't fanned out. But no, I just seen a girl. She was a bottle girl, and she was saying how she was at work, and he was there, and he just came in her camera. She was like looking at her makeup, and he came into her camera and was like, "Oh, who you taking a picture?" And I was like, "Oh, that was nice." Like that was he like he made him look normal. He didn't look like he was trying to be all hard. Like can't nobody come in my section type of thing.
Yeah.
I think that's what turned me off about a lot of people. I just be feeling like you can't be. You are all that, but you ain't gotta act like.
You ain't gotta act. I really don't.
You know
like
what I'm saying? Like, just like humble yourself. You're a normal person. I mean, at the end of the day, just yesterday you had $2. Now you got 20.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
it be like that. It be like that.
In my career, there's only been one person who I got those vibes from.
Chris Brown.
I won't say his name.
Tell us.
I would just say
Chris Brown.
He's from here. He's from Mo City, and that's all I'll say.
0.
He got a baby with Kylie Jenner. That's all I'll say.
Oh,
okay.
Really?